So, look, we're halfway through the season. I think we're kicking ass. We've done really good. At this point, you know, what everybody's seen on TV, we're 10-2. We got clipped by the Mustang by a half a bumper, and then I begged for a scramble button. You gave me a scramble button. We made sure it worked, and then I grabbed it too late. I grabbed it too late, and I got beat by that damn ricer. Everybody knows I'm a ricer. I love Hondas. I came from drag racing Hondas. Aaron got the job done, and I didn't, you know. But what was crazy is that I am the one that asked for a scramble button, and I had the tune-up in the car to beat him. I had the scramble button to add the extra couple pounds of boost to beat him, and I didn't grab it until he was doing a flyby. so that's what everybody has seen so far. So we're 10-2. I mean, we're dominating. We're kicking ass, and a lot of that is you know, thanks to Josh. For y'all that don't know Josh Gill races at Thunder Valley. He's a track racer, races on radials, pro bracket radials. He's not a fan of the slick, but that's okay. And he's helped me on the street before. So if we go back to like season 2 or 3, my car was a small tire car on the street, and Josh helped me with that a little bit and we tried to make that thing go faster. You know, when I was racing all those big tire cars, and it was frustrating. It was frustrating for Josh. It was frustrating for me. It was horrible. It was very frustrating because we're racing big tire cars and we're racing on shitty roads, and it was just, man, and I'm not a very good loser, so it just wasn't a good time.
We aren't very good losers.
No, we're not very good losers. So anyway, so you helped me back then, and then I switched my car to big tire, twin turbo deal.
Well, you switched your car to big tire, and then my wife got pregnant.
Yeah, okay. Then he disappeared. Yeah. Was it the big tires that got her pregnant?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. You said that kind of weird. I'm like, okay, so.
But no.
So you got her pregnant after I switched.
Yeah.
So that's
so everyone went and did Street Outlaws, and I went and did track queer.
So when I took my car off the show for 2 seasons to make it a big tire car, you were bored and you got your wife pregnant.
I guess so.
So it's got to be my fault somehow.
It's got to be something like that.
So you helped me with that for a while. When it was a big tire, I came back out. You helped me with a little bit, and then Belle started helping me. But you still helped me get it going in the right direction and all that. And you've been.
The point is, I've always been here.
You've always been here.
I've always been here. I'm not new.
No, Josh.
I'm new to like this.
Yes.
But I've always been here. So
well, and you've been doing small tire stuff. You know, I did small tire stuff 10 years ago.
Right.
Well, you're still continuing to do small tire stuff. Yeah. You're still doing it. He's going to Thunder Valley. You're winning races. You're pissing everybody off down there, and successfully pissing people off, and successfully winning. So, you know, and so then when, like I said, we know this car came from Sean Kelly. If you want all the details, you know, the car got sold to a guy in Texas.
I bought the car like last April. I bought the car as like a step back from my small tire racing stuff, so I could go race with my wife and kids.
Yes.
Because usually when
something you have to work on.
I'd have to work on, yeah. So I wanted to do that, and then I saw Chuck trying to buy a car on the internet on Facebook, and I called him. I was like, "What are you trying to do? What's the deal?"
Cracker.
From Cracker, yeah.
That Fairmont.
Yeah, that guy. Yeah, I saved you lots of grief on that situation. You should pat me on the back for that deal.
Josh is not a big fan of Cracker.
No.
Sorry, Cracker, but
yeah,
Josh really doesn't like you.
So I called Chuck and asked him what the deal was, and I kind of knew what the deal was, but I was just seeing what the deal was. And I told him I had this car, and you know, I felt like this would be the most level playing field for me to come out, or us to come out with a car and show people what we could do. You know, because I'm not big tire, I'm not street. I've never street raced. I'm a track queer, or a track idiot, as some people like to say. But that's fine. I am what I am.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
So, but I knew going back to this, the rest of it had gotten so far-fetched that I can't compete with dollars.
No.
You know?
Yeah.
But I couldn't do that. But I knew that if we could get this car, you being the Mustang guy, you having the people in your corner that you had, and me having the people that I had, that we could be very successful.
Yep.
And, you know, the deal wasn't, I mean, the deal was made on not made on the car, but the deal was made on the whole thing. Like while you guys were still racing MPK.
Yeah, you're right.
That's the key to this. Is while Chuck was out racing MPK, he goes, well, we'll come back and we'll do this and this to the car. I was like, Chuck, you're not gonna have to do anything. The car's gonna be ready.
Yeah. So you were racing the car. You were racing the car.
I was racing the car. I broke the car.
Yeah.
Like I broke the tranny in it.
And then you fixed it.
I fixed it.
Went back to
I put a gear in the car. Like
Yep.
there was work done to
Right,
the car. There was
100%.
not work done to the car while we were racing it.
Yes, no.
Like
No, we didn't do nothing. It
We
was
didn't do
actually a good
anything
time.
to it. We
Change
should've-
oil.
We should have done more things to it.
We did, yeah, we did change
But
oil one
we
time.
didn't do anything to it. But I successfully raced it and broke it, and there was changes to make the car go faster.
Yes. And then it
worked out. You
and
know,
then I got done racing MPK.
right.
And the other guys, a couple of them went out to Vegas. We had like, what, 2 weeks to get ready.
Right.
Because we had a 6-week break. We needed to film this thing in 4 weeks.
Yeah.
And we and so we had 2 weeks. And so during that 2 weeks, you're like, Chuck, come drive the car.
Right.
And I'm like, I'll drive it at race night.
Yeah, he hadn't even seen it.
I haven't. So
we tested on the street. We tested on the street 3 times, and I tested
Yes.
one time without you.
Yes,
You were
yes.
sick or something.
right. I can't remember
But
what.
That's the first pass I've ever made on the street
I know.
on slicks.
Yes.
I've been on slick since 2008.
Yes.
And I
So,
went-
well, it was funny that in the group text, so, and all the guys gave me a lot of shit. So me and Josh, we did we went out and tested the car. It didn't work. The first time we tested
Did
it,
not
it
work.
didn't go good.
No.
So we went back, we changed a bunch of stuff, took the struts and stuff, which I got the brand new one sitting there, but took the struts off the death trap because I knew that's what we needed for this car.
Right.
Put those in the car, put some shocks on the car, went out and tested again, and I just know that night that we tested on asphalt because we were told we were racing on asphalt.
We were told we were on
So we
asphalt.
did not go to concrete. We tested on the junkiest asphalt around. And I know when we left there that night, we picked up 13 miles an hour from the first pass we made testing this car. And one night we made leaps and bounds. Like I think
Yeah.
we picked up 2 or 3 tenths, on a draggy, picked up 2 or 3 tenths, and we picked
Right.
up 13 mile an hour. So we knew we were going in the right direction. And then, and I think, did we go test again? Or
With
then
Dave. We went and tested with Dave.
No, we heard it was on concrete.
Oh yeah.
We heard 2 nights before race night that the first road was going to be in Elk City and going to be on concrete. And I'm like, we could test on asphalt.
Yeah.
And we had the car going as fast as we thought it would go on asphalt. And so we instantly went over and tested on concrete. And then all of a sudden Dave's over there tested.
Right.
So we got, Dave's truck makes a ton of noise.
It
So,
does make a
and
lot
me
of
and
noise.
Josh were like, man.
I thought it was fast.
That
Like
thing's fast.
legitimately. I thought
That
it
thing's
was
fast. And at that time, it was probably faster than us because we were testing on asphalt.
Yeah.
And we didn't find out till later when I loaned Dave my phone and my draggy that we were quite a bit faster than Dave's truck.
Well, even going into the whole thing, I was like, I knew what the car was, what the green car was.
Yes.
And I just didn't know if it was gonna be fast enough.
Right.
Because I'm not gonna show up
And I had told the
with
guys.
a knife to a gunfight.
Right. And I kind of told the guys, hey, guys, this is what the car's running. I kind of gave them some numbers on the asphalt in front of Alternative, my old shop. And I kind of gave them the numbers. And they said, if you're going that fast, you're going to kill everybody. And I'm like, oh, come on, don't. I thought they were being smartasses.
Yeah.
And I think they really were being smartasses because they didn't think I was going that fast for one. I said, guys, I'm being honest. I picked up 13 mile an hour, and this is what I went on asphalt. And they go, if you go that fast, you might as well load it up and stop. You've just won the whole season. And they were being smartasses. I mean, let's just be real. Because one,
we were ahead.
I was definitely ahead.
They caught us. They catch up.
And
we were ahead.
So we started out way ahead of everybody else.
Right.
But we still got, you've seen it twice now. I got beat the Mustang. He threw a Hail Mary at it, and he did a good job. I mean,
Yes,
I can't
he did.
take that away from him.
Right.
And he put a half a bumper on this thing.
Right.
And then we raced an all-wheel drive Honda, and,
Half a bumper.
and I blame both of them. I don't blame it on nothing. And both of them are my fault. Because the first one, we just didn't have enough power in the car, but we didn't think anybody could beat us.
Right.
And I said, give me a scramble button. If you had had a scramble button, I wouldn't have lost that race. Well, I say that, but is that true or not? Would I have grabbed it too early?
Well, you grabbed the scramble button against Justin.
I
almost pitched the car sideways.
We were testing it.
Against the Durango.
Yeah, against the Durango.
Yeah.
So I wanted to test it, and the car went through the finish line sideways.
Yeah.
And I was like, yes.
So-
Actually, I was really excited. That felt really good.
Right.
Because it was kind of because I like to be a little bit out of control. It feels faster when you're out of control.
I'm not gonna lie. I probably could let my wife drive the car the way it was.
The car did phenomenal.
Yeah.
The car was fun to drive, and it did exactly what we asked it to do. Josh handled all the power management. I'll just be really honest with you. I can't even open the Holly. I don't even know how to do it. I don't even know.
And I'm not even a Holly guy.
I know, but you made it happen.
Right.
And we did all that. We did all that without traction control.
Traction control
So-
and no G meter.
Finally, we were doing something, and I said, "Hey, man, well, why don't we put a plot in here?" And you're like, "Well, we could, but you've got to buy the software that."
Yeah.
And I go, "You got to pay
And
for the."
I don't
You
do
know, I'm
that.
used to Fuel Tech, so we had on my Fuel Tech cars, it comes with
Right.
the traction. Well, I didn't know in Holly you had to buy it extra. Well, we were at the race one night talking, and I was like, man, let's build a plot and not let it. And he goes, you can't. You need to, if you can get a hold of Holly right now, and we can download the software. And he goes, we don't have that option right now. So, I relied on you, and you did a great job.
I don't like traction control.
Yeah, I know you don't.
Traction control is for making you go slower.
It definitely, in my opinion, I mean, and I proved it once in No Prep Kings. Me and Ryan were racing at Bowling Green, and I had no traction control. I didn't know how to use it, so I wouldn't use it. I drive by the seat of my pants. That's the way I've always done it, and I prefer that. And we both were side by side at Bowling Green, and Ryan may have been even a little bit out on me, and then it started spinning the tire. Mine started spinning the tire. Mine spun the tire and kept going. His spun the tire, got into the plot, drugged the car down, pulled the RPMs down, and I ended up winning No Prep Kings Bowling Green season. That was season 1 or 2. I don't know what season it was, but I'm a firm believer that traction control is what cost Ryan that race.
Well, I mean, so I have gone to No Prep Kings with you a couple times.
Yeah.
And that's all we've done is given it more, just let it eat.
Yeah.
You use it as a safety net, not as a...
Right, and I agree with that. I like that. You know how I hate the drive shaft plot. Right. That thing, I lost more than I've ever won with the drive shaft plot. I guess I could say
I've never had a combination that had that much power that I could do that with.
Right.
And that's the deal. Like, even with this green car, we didn't have the most power out there.
No.
Like,
we by far didn't have the most power.
Legit, a stock, legit.
Stock Gen 2, it has oil pump gear?
Oil pump gears and a crank sprocket.
And a crank sprocket.
Everything's as from Ford.
Yeah, other than that, it is straight off the assembly plant at Ford.
And if it's not, it's Sean Kelly's fault.
Yeah, good job.
Liar.
Good job, Ford. Yeah, Sean lied
Sean
to us.
is not a liar. But if it is anybody's fault, it's Sean's fault.
No, and it is. And so this season, obviously right now we are, like I said, 10-2.
10-2.
And let's talk
that's
about
12 races, by the way.
That's 12 races.
No one's raced as many times as we have.
No, we're race. We definitely. I want to race. I'm that guy that I'm good to race 4 times.
Yeah.
A night.
When we agreed on this, it was we're gonna have one race.
That's what we thought. Yeah. And
I should adjust.
Then the first. Yeah. Should adjust your base scale. Oh. Good thing we had a contract.
I should have linked in my contract.
Yeah, you should have had me sign something. Anyway, but what's good about that is, and what people, and I don't know how they're going to play this, because obviously we're talking about this before they show Monday Night Show, but we know what happened with Pennsylvania guys coming down, and look, I've been trying to be a good human, and I've been doing a decent job at trying to be a good human, and I'm over there doing my interviews, and we're talking about, Pennsylvania coming into town, and I'm over here by my car, and I got the film crew, and they've got steel set up, and I'm doing my interviews and my pickups, about, hey, I come here tonight, Pennsylvania's in town, I feel like I have the fastest car on the property, and, and they don't have nothing for me. And that's how I'm sitting there. Well, meanwhile, this guy's walking back and forth, talking shit behind the camera. And I don't know what they're going to play. I mean, hopefully we can go back to this someday. And on TV, I don't know how they're going to play it. They're going to show it because the guy just kept going back and forth, and I lost my shit. I mean, I'm like, dude, you need something? Like, what do you need? I'm working here. What do you need? You just keep talking shit. What do you need? And so finally, I had to stop my interview, and I don't know if they're going to grab the cameras and turn them around to what happened. They're probably going to edit it a little bit, but this is the real story of what happened. And I went up to this guy and I said, dude, what is your fucking problem? Like, I said, I didn't come here to fight, but if you want to fight or you want to bet, I'll do either one. I'm game. I mean, I want to slap the fucking taste out of his mouth. I was mad. And I haven't been that mad in a long time, and I'm trying to be nice to everybody. And then this guy just comes to my car across the parking lot and is walking back and forth behind the camera guys. And they're going, hey, keep it down, we're filming. And they had to tell him like 3 times, and he's just talking shit. Yeah. And so, I don't know what they're going to show on TV, but...
so it got a little like...
it got a little heated
over there.
And so I went over there...
Sean's walking over, and I'm not much help in a situation like that. So I walk over to Sean. He's like, what's going on over there? Like, you need to get over there right now. I was like, you need to get over there. It's not good. He's like, is it for real? I was like, oh yeah, it's for real. Like, Chuck's back.
Yeah.
So
I was mad.
Yeah.
And I didn't want no bad blood, but the guy ended up not having a car. He was talking shit for his buddy, and then he didn't. Then when I said, okay, look, man, instead of me slapping the taste out of your mouth, just put up $1,000, about $1,000 on both my races. And then he didn't even bet me $100. You know, and then by the end of the night, you know, I have nothing against the guy. I left it right there. When I walked away from that circle and me and that guy got in our heated argument, I left it right there. I let the car do the talking. We won our races. And by the end of the night, that guy was shaking my hand, going, man, you're really cooler than I thought you were. Yeah, whatever, fuck off. You know, but I was, you know, I'm trying.
He wanted the full Chuck experience.
Well, he wanted it, and that's what people do.
You.
They come to town, and it's like, where's that little bitch Chuck? And I'm like, I'm the wrong guy, man. Like, look, dude, I'm old. I don't want to fight anymore. I've fought my whole life. I don't want to fight. I don't want to cause trouble. I just want to race and have fun. And this guy just come over there begging for it. It's like, go over there, punch me in the face. Don't tell me to punch you in the face because I'm going to hit you.
Yeah.
You know, just to see it. I just want to see if I still got it. So anyway, I was trying to be a good human. And so I don't know how they're going to make me look. And I don't care how they make me look. I did it. I own it. And I took his fucking money. But he wouldn't bet me no real money. That guy didn't bet me at all. I think the driver bet me $500. And then after the complications on the starting line, I agreed to race him. He wanted to get a free win, and I said, "Oh no, I'm not giving you a free win." But I think he already knew he was outgunned, and his buddies talked him into betting the 500 against me.
That point was when we started working on the car a little bit more.
Yes, right. Yeah. We decided to start looking over the car, and we changed the oil.
We changed the oil. It was like,
but we went over the car and tightened all the bolts.
Yeah.
But we're halfway through the season. We didn't even change the oil of the damn thing. Like, we had a good time. And
we had a good time. Yeah.
So,
well, we had a good time also because we were winning.
Yeah, and when you're winning, it's a lot better, and people like Chuck a lot better when Chuck's winning. Yeah. I'm a shitty ass, sore ass.
I like you better when you're winning.
Yeah. So
when you lose, it's not fun. The car ride home is not fun for either one of us.
No, it wasn't. No.
I mean, I'm pretty sure some of our crewmates were scared after the first loss in the truck on the way home.
Yeah.
We were gonna kill each other.
Yeah. It is what it is. What it is. We weren't.
Yeah.
I'm not. If you're happy with losing,
I'm
then
not
you need to go fucking do something else.
No,
you need to go do something else.
I am not happy with losing.
Okay, and neither am I.
No,
and so, if you're okay, if losing is okay with you, then you're in the wrong sport.
No, I don't like to lose.
I don't show up to get 10th place and go, man, if I could just get that 10th place trophy. Do you see this, Josh? It pays $100 for 10th place.
No.
Fuck that 10th place.
No, when I roll through the front gate, I'm rolling there because I know I can win.
There you go. And that's why I think a lot of people didn't think me and you would get along. You know.
Why? We've always got along.
I know. Me and you have always got along. But other people outside of me and you, you know, some of my guys like, oh yeah, man, Josh, you and Josh, man, and they just laugh. You know, and then same with the track guys that know you, that know me, they're like, oh, you're never going to get along with Chuck. But we get along fine. We're on the same page. We both want to win.
You do your job. You're a driver.
Yep.
When you're in the car, I don't have any problem. I have no concerns about what's about to happen.
Right.
I mean.
Yeah, and then
it's not my job is done.
Yeah.
Like my job is done, but you do your job, I do my job.
Yeah. And
you know?
I never come over and go, you need to raise that dot up over here and do that because we've talked about it. You said, hey, what do you want to do here? I think we can go a little faster. And I'm like, give it a little more. If it spins, it's on me.
Yeah, it's never one of the, like you let me do whatever I want to. You may suggest something. That doesn't mean I'm going to do it.
Yeah, and then you go, okay, yeah, I'll do that. Bullshit. I go there and go, hey, go plus. Then when I walk away, you go negative.
Yeah, I mean.
And that's okay. But that's,
this deal was an egg, and it's still together.
Yes, yeah. No,
if it would have been Chuck, it'd have been 2 races in, it'd been getting a motor.
It went fast. And it's still going fast. Like, we could race it tonight. If we needed to tonight, we could throw a set of tires on this thing, put some fresh OnQ 85 in it, and we could race it tonight. So,
yeah, I think OnQ should sponsor us.
Well, let me put it this way. Josh could race it tonight. We could turn Josh to a street racer because I've got this little good traction here. Yeah. So
if someone wants to punch him, now's the time to do it.
Yeah, now's the time to punch me. I'm probably not. I don't know how hard I can hit with my left hand. You know, usually it's right, left. But as bad as this thing hurts right now, I don't know that I can give you a good left. So I'd probably get beat up by a kindergartner right now. But yeah, so I put this off for a few years now. This year was the worst year that I had. And so not working on lifts and stuff. Yes, I literally had to pick this arm up.
Pick his arm up to turn the switches on in the car.
Turn the switches on in the car. I had to pick my arm up to put my truck in drive so we could go home.
Unsafe.
Yeah, well, I can still, Anyway, I drive one-handed anyway, so it worked out all season. I raced No Prep Kings, raced on the street. We did all we need to do, and I told everybody that as soon as the season's over, I would have surgery. So we've got
later. That's why we didn't go to California.
Yeah, and like I say, and it was Yeah, they raced, but you haven't seen it yet. They raced Mega Cash Days. We went out there, and actually I brought Josh out there. We went out there and hung out and helped some of the fellow 405 guys.
Because we had plans.
Well, okay. Yeah, that's what we talked. So we were, yeah, the plan was the Death Trap. I was going to race it on small tires because this was a small tire, not this caliber of cars.
Right.
This car would have dominated the first night.
It would have.
It would have dominated the first night.
Yeah.
But then everybody got faster. So we needed something faster, which we built. I get Marty. How do you say his last name?
Exactly.
Marilat.
Sorry,
Marty, I'm destroying your name. Sorry.
Yeah.
Anyway, everybody knows Marty. Built me a rear end.
Very quickly, too.
Very quickly and fast.
Our bad.
And built the rear end to put it in the Death Trap, and so we could go race small tire Mega Cash Days. And I think that car would have been one of the ones that people would have been scared of. It needed, but we didn't finish it in time. I'm still, I was jacked up from this rotator cuff, so
Chuck needed to take care of Chuck.
I need to take care of Chuck. So we,
and if Chuck wouldn't have listened, we would have been there. But
yeah, you're probably right. Yeah, if I would have just ignored everybody and said, "No, we're going racing," we would have probably made it racing. But I probably wouldn't have surgery. I probably wouldn't be where I'm at today.
Right.
If anybody that kind of knows me knows that I wasn't very happy with No Prep Kings at all. I wasn't happy with my performance. I wasn't happy with anything that I've done the last couple of years, and so I decided, to quit drinking. Halloween weekend was the last time I took a drink, and so it's only been 90 days. I'm not looking for hoorah, but I'm doing this for me, for my kids. I knew I had to fix my rotator cuff, and I needed to work on Chuck. So I decided, hey, look, man, I still been out.
You got some hair.
Because I can't shave it. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I can't reach on this side to shave it. So I haven't drank or anything, and I've been going to the gym. It's hard to work out with a torn rotator cuff, but I'm still a fat ass. But this fat kid was, 245. I've lost 15 pounds. Actually, this morning it was 229. So I've lost 16 pounds. And I'm going to keep at it, keep doing what I'm doing, just going to the gym and walking on the treadmill and eating right until I got about another 4 weeks left in this, and then we start physical therapy. But I plan on giving 2023, the best Chuck that there is, and I have goals that I want to reach, I want to make, and one of them is staying on top in the Coyote. 2 is if we go small tire street racing with the Death Trap, I'm going to make sure that's at the front of the pack. And then No Prep Kings, I've got fresh bullets for that deal, and that car is going to be one of the top hitters. I mean, you can say it, it's easy to say it, but I started last year, and Josh knows well as I do. I've made some pretty big goals, and maybe I can't reach them, but you'll never reach them if you don't try them. And so I was just, doing a little bit too much partying and drinking, and it just, I just was out of control. And so I needed
You're always out of control.
Well, yeah, I'm ADD as fuck. Like, I'm already wound the fuck up, So you don't need to add alcohol or anything to my system, because I'm already a fucking loose cannon. So, but I've been working really hard the last couple of years to try to be a good human. And I don't want to fight people, but they still come beg for it. But anyway, so...
I've known you a long time.
Yeah.
This is the best Chuck I've ever known.
Okay. Well, I appreciate that. So, and all y'all that don't know I have hair, I tell everybody, I go, look, I have to shave this stuff every 2 days. And everybody goes, he's full of shit, he's bald. I am not bald. I kind of want to be bald because, look, my kids say I look like a chia pet.
You do kind of look like it's weird. Seeing
It is weird with hair, yeah. So, but it's because I can't shave it. I got one arm. I've had to learn to do a lot of things. Have you ever tried wiping your ass with your left hand?
No.
Should go test. Just go try it.
Might be a thumbs up deal.
One day, it's a shitty situation.
Shitty situation.
But now that I feel good.
We don't need to see it.
I'm only 15 pounds lighter. Okay. What I'm saying is, like, I can bend a little better. But man, it's rough, and I'm not gonna have somebody wipe my butt. I'm not gonna do it.
And no one wants to do that for you.
So I found out. They have they had baby wipes. I'm buying these baby wipes. They're like, oh man, no, you need to buy dude wipes.
Dude wipes?
I go, what's the difference between dude wipes and baby wipes?
From?
Sean,
I knew that's what I was gonna say. I didn't want to throw him under the bus.
He goes, nah, Chuck, you need some dude wipes. He goes, I got this Sean's
a wet wipe ass.
Okay, yes, I've never done that. I've used wet wipes on my kids, growing up. I've never used wet wipes. But now, I mean, I got one hand, and it's not as controllable as this right hand. The right hand was obviously my dominant hand and could do anything. Well, the left hand, maybe it's just not as smart, but I'm teaching it. So anyway, so dude wipes for the win.
Dude wipes for the win.
So
next video will be a package of
yeah,
wipes right here from dude
and
wipes.
we can put. I can put dude
wipes right
If y'all are
here.
interested, we can put dude wipes right across the front.
We know a guy.
I know a guy that can make the sign and everything.
Yeah.
So if you're listening, dude wipes, I'm your number one guy. And then someday I'll be wearing diapers that we can put the pins or something on there.
Yeah. I mean, you're gonna go out behind the wheel of a race car.
Yeah,
that's
damn
for
straight.
sure.
I'm gonna race until they put dirt on me. So like I said, we've done awesome, and I wanted to introduce you guys to Josh and show. Josh has been around for a long time. Josh just isn't. You guys don't know him Phantom's hanging out with Murder Nova. He's always with Murder Nova. You just don't. Josh has kind of always been behind the scenes. Josh has always been around. He just wasn't front and center like he is this season, helping me on the street. And he just wasn't a street racer. So now we're turning him into a street racer. He made his first pass on the street. Don't tell his wife.
Don't tell his
Whatever
wife.
you do, do not tell his wife or tell anybody in his church.
It was on the street,
No,
but
it was on the street. He made an illegal pass on the street, public.
Hey, I will
street.
say, after that happened, like there was several guys who were like, "Hey, man, that's pretty legit."
Yeah.
That's your first street pass.
On the group text.
I got some props for that.
Yeah, you did because everybody goes, Josh is not street, and you never claimed to be street.
Nope, never claimed to be street.
But Josh made his first pass in this car. I was sick or at home or whatever.
he was at home.
Regardless, I didn't. I was like, I'm not testing, guys. I don't care. I'm not testing.
Right.
We got a race tomorrow night. I have to get some sleep.
Yeah, we had
and then
to
on the
race.
group text, when I woke up the next day, there's a video of Josh making a pass in the car.
Yep.
So, hats off to Josh. He made his first street pass. Yeah, you didn't make a whole 8th mile, but he made a pass. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. He made a pass.
I appreciate that, Sean.
Huh?
Sean's the one who said, wanted to point that out to
I
everybody.
know. Well, I know.
I just needed the data for the first 100 feet.
You did.
I don't need
and
anything else.
that's all we needed. And you
Yeah.
did it, and it paid off.
They
for
couldn't
us to
see
do-
me anyways. The road was so damn dusty.
Yes.
I just
Well,
disappeared.
I know. But that goes to show you that's how you win as a team.
Yeah, I was dedicated to the cause. And
Yeah,
I think that's
you
what
were.
they realized.
You were. And I knew you were. And you took the time out, and you trailered it down there, and you tested out of town. And
Why are we using my trailer, Chuck? Can you explain to these people why we're using my trailer?
I don't know. Why did we use your trailer?
Did someone tell you to check your trailer that you were using, that was yours the night before? We took it somewhere and then we set half of the highway on fire because the tire came off.
Is that why we were?
That's why we were using my trailer.
We used your trailer first. That's right.
Yeah, but then when we were racing, we used your open trailer.
So we were.
I said, "Hey, Chuck, when's the last time you checked
check
any
the
of this
bearings?
stuff?"
Yes.
Oh, it's good, Josh. It's good.
No, I said I will get up
We got an 80 mile
early.
an hour tire on fire going down the highway at 2 o'clock in the morning or something on the way home.
I was only going 90.
Yeah.
That day, I remember that day because I told Josh. I said, "Hey, I'm gonna get up. I should probably grease the bearings and check the bearings and stuff."
Lies.
And
I knew
then,
he was lying.
And then Josh got to the shop and stuff, and he goes, "You check the bearings?" I'm like, "No, it'll be fine."
It'll be fine.
That's
It'll
it.
be fine.
And that was my exact words. I said, "It'll be fine."
It'll be
And we
fine.
drove to race night, and we unloaded the car. We did the cruise. We raced it. We got done racing. We loaded the car up, and we were heading home. And Josh and Ben was with us.
Yeah, Ben.
They're about asleep. And I'm over here, I got the cruise set on 90.
Yeah.
It's late, I want to get home. And boom! And I look out the rearview mirror and sparks are flying. I'm like,
Everything.
oh my gosh, the trailer just broke in half or something. So I pull over the side of the road, and there's 5 different fires down the highway.
Well, you wouldn't know that because you stayed in the truck.
No,
I
I
went
didn't.
walking down there.
No, I stayed with the
You
truck.
stayed with the truck, and I went walking back trying to find the wheel and tire, and there was half
Ben.
the highway was the fire department showed up.
I
bro.
know. Ben and Josh, I love your stories. So yes, I did stay at the truck. That is true.
My stories are way better than Chuck's
Yes,
stories.
I stayed at the
you
truck.
get the truth over here. You get
No, I tell
Yeah.
the truth. I did say that, and you guys went back, and I said, "Look, just grab the wheel. I don't care about anything else." And they came back, and you could see the flames down the highway. So anyway, and I'm trying to figure out. So I'm thinking of a plan. So I called Dave and go, "Hey, where you at? Eating breakfast with Wheeler." And I'm trying to think of a plan on it. How we can do this because the trailer is on the ground. So I'm like, you know what? So finally, here comes Josh and Ben. Ben's got the hair burned off his legs from stomping out the fires on the highway.
Yeah, he did.
About the time we get the stuff loaded up and we decide we're going to unload the car and just drive the car, back to the city because it's a street car.
Yeah.
And The fire department shows
The
up,
fire department did show up.
takes my information, just in case any other fires or I burned down any other fields. We told them we put it out. They went to double check me, but they did take my information because I did start the fires.
He did start the
So I explained to them what happened. We drove the car, and then the car going on the highway, what had happened, we didn't know it at this time, but it had melted the fan relay. And we could only drive it like 10, 15 miles, and we had to exit and let it cool off. 10, 15 miles.
Well,
not knowing we didn't.
That, it was like 220. Like,
yeah,
we just didn't want to get, there's no reason to beat on it.
But there was no reason to hurt it. So
220, like most Coyotes, like probably.
But if we would have known the fan wasn't working,
if we would have known the fan,
the relay melted and stuff, and we didn't have another relay anyway.
Right.
So we made it almost back to the city. Finally, here comes Dave and Wheeler. They load the car up on the trailer.
We're gonna eat dick for that later.
Yes. Oh yeah. Oh, 100%.
He's definitely noted that in his notepad.
Yes, guaranteed.
Yeah. For
sure. So Dave brought the car back for us, and the trailer was fine. With one wheel on that side with no load on it, we drove it back, and so I had to put a new axle in it. So the next few races we used Josh's trailer. So that's true. That is very true.
I mean, that's a Chuck story. So,
yeah.
I mean,
but yeah.
That's also why, because you guys were making fun of it not driving or whatever on the last live feed with Dave or with everyone in the shop. They were giving you a hard time about unloading it and driving it. But that's why we.
Oh yeah, well they're going to give me a hard time because they think I can't drive it, and I'm like, look, okay, it's had a couple incidents.
Right.
Normal cars that aren't just fast break also.
Right.
This one just melted the relay, and it is what it is, But we made it work, and we made it home. And
in town, it's fine.
Yeah. You don't need a fan in town.
Yeah, and it doesn't help if you take the hood off.
It needs,
I tried.
Yeah.
So all you guys who true street race with no hoods, it's still a waste of time.
It is a waste of time.
It doesn't matter. And I hate that, by the way.
Well, but if they had a radiator or something.
Right.
But most of those guys that take the hoods off, they don't get it. We don't even.
Even through all that, I learned something that if you take the hood off, it doesn't keep cooler.
No,
it didn't make a damn difference.
No, it doesn't. No.
So.
No, you're not cooling the motor. The motor is internally cooled. It's not externally. Right. It's not an air-cooled motor.
They
quit making those.
Is that Volkswagen?
Yeah, they quit making those a long time ago. So they may make. There probably somebody else say they make air-cooled motors, but they don't. So taking your hood off doesn't make your car run any cooler. But those guys, I make fun of every one of them because they look like they raced for hoods and lost. So I have not lost my hood.
They raced for hoods and lost.
Some of them have raced and lost their whole front ends.
Yeah, they did.
Some of them look stupid.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I just want to introduce you to Josh. Talk about the show a little bit. We are 10-2.
10-2.
And we plan.
We've lost by a whole, like, cumulatively, like
a whole bumper.
A whole fender, maybe.
We've lost by we've probably lost by
far.
we've lost by a fender.
A fender.
In the two races we lost.
I mean, if Sean's calling, it's a bumper either way. It doesn't matter.
Well, that's one thing Sean does. And we have freight trained people, like freight trained them. Yeah. I saw a guy the other day. Sean called it by bumper, and the guy actually believed he was on Big Mark's team, the orange Mustang, and we freight trained him. Like put 4 to 5 cars. It doesn't matter. A win's a win. But when I can see you in my rearview mirror and you disappear, I know you're way back there. And then Sean called it by a bumper.
Called it by a bumper.
Instead of calling and say I freight trained him or a semi or 2 school buses, whatever, Sean called it by a bumper. That guy, they said, you only lost by a bumper. And the guy goes, yeah. So during his interview, I saw, he goes, yeah. He goes, man, he left us. It was embarrassing. He goes, but man, I made up all that ground. I was coming around him. No, you weren't. I don't want to burst your bubble. I don't want to hurt your feelings. You were not coming around me. And I had insurance on the steering wheel to make sure you weren't coming around me. You weren't going to do a flyby like that fucking Honda did to me. So only Hondas are allowed to do flybys. So, and I'm a racer and I know how that works. So, and Aaron did a flyby on me. So, and it was, I can't blame it on, it's my fault because I didn't grab the scramble hard enough, but I didn't think I needed it.
Right.
I begged for a scramble button. You gave it to me. I didn't think I needed it. And so, and Aaron put in the right tune-up. Him and Jason Herrera put in the right tune-up, and they kicked my ass, and I lost. So, so there's our, we probably lost by a whole fender.
So far.
Halfway through the season or midway through the season, whatever we're at. But we've already got plans for the car. Obviously, the car, part of it's a couple different colors. The front bumper is black.
Well, that's your deal, though.
I know.
I couldn't wrap that part because I didn't want to make it unchucked.
I like a car with a black bumper.
Yeah.
I think the top needs to be painted.
No, the top does.
I am going to have Mike Crisp in Amarillo. I'm taking the car to him. Going to have him paint it. The other upgrade we're doing is we're getting rid of the side X exhaust. I am going to put, probably some dumps or something on it, but I'm going to put tailpipes out the back because I want to make it a little bit more streetable. Get rid of the side exit stuff. But the other thing, this season, when we race these cars again, and I'm sure we don't have a season yet, but we will have. And so we bring this thing out next time, we're going to have a little bit of insurance. And so we are going to, me and John Yurst and Josh are going to get together, and we are going to, this thing is going to have a set of Hellion turbos on it, and we are going to build a Coyote and put in this car. So I don't know if next season it'll have the Gen 2 stock Coyote or a Gen 2 built Coyote. I don't know yet because it depends on when we get it done. But that is the future plans. John Yurst's excited about it. I'm excited about it. And so John Yurst is on board. And so we're going to Hellion turbo this deal. And I'm going to let John build the motor for it. And we are going to see if anybody can catch us. We've already Sean on the dyno's already put his on the dyno, already made a bunch of power. Ryan is right behind him. Ryan has switched to twin turbos and has got a small block in the car now. So we see all that. We know it's coming. We know they're chasing us. And so I got to be prepared and make sure this car stays out in front and make sure that, Chuck on small tires or big tires does what it needs. So anyway, that's the future plans. Thank you guys for watching, checking us out. Again, I got all 4 cars here, which is rare. We got the death trap sitting here. Fix put the motor back in it. Gonna do a little bit of racing with it on small tires, big tires this season. The Coyote sitting here, just bored to death, waiting on a race. The Second Amendment's all tore apart. We've got one fresh motor.
Waiting on rules.
Waiting on rules. I'll just be honest with you, we're waiting on rules. So we need them rules to come out. Sam, once we get rules for this, we'll finish this car up, start testing. We obviously don't race till June in this car. And then underneath the cover over here is my small tire old X275 car that Fred owned, Mike Duffy built, and it's a coupe also. So I got a couple trunk cars. It's got a small block Ford in it. So anyway, all 4 heavy hitters are sitting here in the shop all at the same time. And for all you Ricer guys, take a look over there. Still got the hatchback that set all them records back in the day.
Can we put a Coyote in that
She's
thing?
still here. I'm not putting a Coyote in it. As much as I like Coyote motors, I'm not putting a Coyote motor in my Honda. So, but
Would
maybe
Aaron and Jason like that?
I should do. Yeah, you know what? I should do something. I'll probably do something in the future. I need to get with Aaron and Jason, and I'm never gonna have time to put that car back together. So I think it's what I need to do is I just need to take that car, drop it off at Aaron Lopez's shop, and they can make that thing all-wheel drive, and maybe we'll bring it out on the street. So stay tuned. Anyway, I just want to introduce you all to Josh Gill.
You gotta get to the gym, folks.
This is Josh Gill. I'm not going to the gym. I walked my 30 minutes this morning. I'll go back tonight, walk my 30 minutes. I'm tired of wearing sweatpants. I'm going to learn how to button up my jeans with one hand.
Oh no, you have a comedy show tonight, don't you, Larry? Is that what you gotta do?
Comedy show?
Yeah, Larry the Cable Guy? Is that you're the new?
No.
You're not Larry
No.
the Cable Guy?
No.
Oh, I thought you were the stunt double.
No,
Larry,
I'm
Larry
not the
Cable
stunt
Guy.
double. Nope, no.
Oh.
No, I have no plans tonight, Josh.
Oh.
I still go hang
You're
out with my
taking my
buddies.
ass to lunch after this.
Oh yeah, no, we're going to go lunch.
Yeah.
But tonight I have no plans just because I haven't been going out. I've been out a couple times, but it's not near. It is still fun drinking water at the club and watching all my retarded friends, because hey, those guys are a good time.
Hey, I'm gonna be your friend right now, and you were that retarded guy.
I was,
just
but
saying.
So yeah, like I say, I don't go out a whole lot of it staying home, especially after this deal. I don't want to take a chance. I've still got 4 more weeks in a sling, and the biggest deal, I just don't want to get it. I don't want to hurt it and put me farther behind because I'm already pushed the envelope. It'll be well. I should be out of a sling by the 1st of March. But I got to start rehab, and so I'll be able to I can race a car by April, but I just don't want to take any chances right now and doing something stupid or having some couple drunk guys get in a bar fight and I get taken out, So I'm trying to protect it a little bit, and just so I haven't been riding razors or nothing. So
Oh yeah.
trying to protect it so we can have a good season. So this is, we started this year last year, so we started in 2022. With our goals and our plans for this season, and so they're not going to work unless you work every day and you stay at them and you keep on them, and this is just part of the puzzle. So anyway, I just want y'all to meet Josh Gill, everybody, and my fat ass Chuck from Street Outlaws. So until next time, peace out.